Hello, my name is Seth. I work as a producer under the name Velvet Ear. I make videos to help independent artists, and today I'm going to be talking about understanding the basics of your DAW. I'm constantly getting asked from either other producers or people who are just starting out in audio, or from artists who are recording at home. Hey, what are all these different preferences in the audio section of my digital audio workstation? So I'm going to walk through all of them really quickly. First thing to understand is the sample rate. The easiest way to understand a sample rate is a movie. When anyone is recording a video, that video is made up of a bunch of little pictures of something that is moving, a person talking, etc. All these little photos then get played back really quickly to give the appearance of something moving. This is how sample rates work. Sound waves are literally waves going up and down. And to capture those sound waves, your DAW is literally taking little snippets or pictures of the sound wave. And when it plays the audio back, it's just taking those little snippets and playing them back really fast. In the movie world, they calculate this in FPS, or frames per second, because it's how many picture frames are happening in the span of a second. In the audio world, this is measured in kilohertz. And all you need to know is the higher the number, the more snippets of audio your DAW is capturing. The standard for the audio world is 44.1 kilohertz or 84 kilohertz. I don't even know of a DAW that goes below 44.1, but if you just leave it at 44.1, that is a good standard. But if you're running a pretty powerful computer and your computer can handle 48 kilohertz, I would highly recommend it. Another thing to keep in mind is while you are selecting the sample rate of when you are recording your audio, you also separately from that need to decide what sample rate you're using when you export your audio. For example, I can record something at 48 kilohertz and then I can export it at 44.1. So that's something you need to take into account. The second thing to understand is bit depth. Bit depth is really simple. It is simply the depth of information that is held in each one of those snippets. Going back to the video analogy, are you watching this YouTube video in 4K or are you watching it in 720p or 480p? You're going to notice a change in the quality of the image you are looking at. That is a change in the quality of each individual photo. The bit depth is the quality of those little snippets of audio that it's taking in the sample rate. If you go from 16-bit to 24-bit, you're going to notice a massive change in the quality of the audio. There's going to be a little bit more low end, a little bit more high end. Also, by the way, those are the two standards, 24-bit and 16-bit. Again, nobody's going to get mad at you if you use 16-bit exclusively. Now we need to understand latency. Latency is literally just delay. If I'm recording a guitar and there's like a half-second pause between me playing the guitar and it coming out of my speakers, that's latency. When you're in the middle of recording, latency can kind of be pretty terrible, even at small amounts, because you're not hearing yourself perform in time. You're hearing your performance slightly off. The main thing that is going to determine how much latency you have is your buffer size. Buffer size is simply you selecting how fast your computer is rendering out this audio. With this number, it is about speed. So the lower the number is, the faster your computer will be. Having said that, you can't just take your computer's buffer size and set it to the smallest one, because your computer probably won't be able to handle that. You'll know your buffer size is set too fast if you start noticing these little pops or clicks whenever you're playing your audio, or if you're recording and you're noticing these like little skips. The way to counteract these pops and clips is to set your buffer size to a higher number. Setting it to a higher number means your computer will have more time to process the audio information. Having said that, giving your computer more time means that there's going to be more of an audible latency. A good base level buffer size for if you're tracking is 128 or lower, but 128 is like a good starting point. But a thing to keep in mind is it doesn't really matter if you have latency if you're not tracking. So what I tend to do is when I'm tracking something like guitar or vocals, I'll set my buffer rate to something like 128 or lower so that I can get that fast processing power. But when I'm mixing audio or I'm just listening back, I'll set it to something way slower, like 512. Also, a thing to keep in mind is when you are recording, you really want to shut off all background apps. You don't want things like Google Chrome or iTunes or Spotify hogging up that CPU. So if you want to get the most out of your CPU, really close all other apps. Don't just hit the X. Actually make sure you've quit the apps and turned them off. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like down below so that I can see what videos you guys find more useful. If you have a specific question that you'd like me to do a video on, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to do a video on it. I do one of these videos every Tuesday, so if you like this kind of content, please hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified whenever they come out. Hope you have a great day. Now go make something cool.